Okay, let's try that again. Brett Boyson, thank you very much for letting us know. Can you hear us now, hopefully? Because our new audio feature did not work. But
fired.
Yeah, our tech person is fired.
Gone. Goodbye.
It's my daughter. She's a volunteer. She's
Live podcasting.
Live podcasting. It happens.
It is what it is.
Recap.
Rewind.
Nate brought us on Dos Leprechauns season 10, episode 9. Thank you, Brett. So everybody can hear us now, so that's great. So we were talking a little bit about last week. I basically said that I thought it was a little bit unfair, some of the criticism that Coach Denbrock and Riley Leonard and some of the offense were getting. I thought the offense played above expectations. And realistically, I thought Riley Leonard was exactly where I thought he'd be. You know, some jitters on throwing the football, but he can run it. He can be a design run guy, which I think is going to play right into Coach Denbrock's strengths. And he got it done when he needed to, and that's what's important. So.
Well, I think you're going to also see, like, against some of these teams, the Northern Illinois, the Purdue, teams like that, where you don't really want to show all your cards quite yet. I think we both know, everybody should know, that Riley Leonard does have a deep ball, and we have deep ball threats. So, I mean, you're probably going to see a lot of that today, but you're not going to see some of the creativity that we're going to have in the offense today. But they're going to get the job done today.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt they will. And I think people are, there's going to be a very selective memory. I think you're going to see a lot of people freaking out if we don't score on the first drive and the second drive and third. Things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. And again, second game as this O-line as a unit, second game under a brand new offensive coordinator for these guys anyways. And the second game was Riley Leonard as starting quarterback. What's up, Rob? Got Rob Carbone on, Brett Boyson. Again, thank you for letting us know. John Brown's on. Dave Brooks is on. We're waiting for our special guest who's on boots on the ground, so to speak, in South Bend. It's his first game, I believe. He says he's updating his phone, so we're waiting for our buddy to jump on. But anyways, back to the game. So, Nate, drop a little wisdom on Northern Illinois. What are some things to look at, some guys that we might need to keep an eye on?
I think it's another opportunity for the Notre Dame offensive line to get a test right out of the gates, probably a second week where you're facing a tough D-line. Their defensive end, he's about the same size as Nick Swarton. He's 6'7", 300 pounds. Roy Williams, you'll hear his name today, defensive end. He's a senior. And then on the offensive side of the ball, you got their quarterback who had a really good game. Keep in mind, though, it was against Western Illinois, who lost to Indiana. I think it was like 73-3 or something crazy like that. So he had 5 touchdowns, only on 20 attempts, though. So, that's very skewed. Their running back's pretty good, very elusive back. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Austin Eckler a little bit. He can run the ball, but he's also going to be a receiving back for them. So keep in mind those two guys and maybe the quarterback. But I still think we're fine today.
Offensively, I think that guy had 5 touchdown passes last year, but it was against a secondary that doesn't have the likes of Ben Morrison, Xavier Watts, Christian Gray. Going back again, first of all, let's get some questions here. Gary Canaday, what's up, brother? The Irish Giant checking in. Joey Piccololela, sorry if I got that wrong, Joey. What's the TD score parlays today? I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that Jeremiah Love will score a touchdown today, whether it be a short dump-off pass or a run. I think Riley will get in, whether it be running the ball or throwing it. I think those are pretty safe bets. I think Mitchell Evans may get a touchdown pass run his way today. He may not have as many reps because they're still kind of easing him back in, but I could easily see Mitchell Evans getting a touchdown catch today as well. So those would be my parlays. We don't bet on Notre Dame ever. I bet on literally everything else, but not on Notre Dame. It's just way too much heart involved with it. Wayne Smith checking in on YouTube. Go Irish. Brett Boyson, sorry. If our D plays like last week, we have a possible shutout. Yeah, I mean, again, there's so many stars from last week. You could look at Drake Bowen, who played like an absolute monster. You could look at Jordan Botello, kind of had, hey, look at me. I'm not just some other guy here type deal. Christian Gray played outstanding. Ben Moe didn't get picked on too much, but when he did his thing.
I think they only got 1 reception off.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
4 yards.
It's ridiculous. The defense is so exciting to watch. I mean, linebackers again. Drake Bowen, Jalen Sneed made a play last week that's not getting as much attention as it should, but it was a Jalen Smith-esque play in my opinion. Yeah. He covered so much ground. made a crucial tackle, and it was incredible speed from a linebacker that can hit like that. So super fun defense to see. Snead played like his hair was on fire. Yeah, exactly. Irish Giant from Gary Kennedy there. It was really exciting to see that defense come together and gel. Xavier Watts had another interception, which, I mean, it's just another day that ends in Y. Offensively, I got to give a big shout out to our guy, Anthony Knapp. Freshman, 19 years old, making his first ever start in the Notre Dame uniform at College Station, and he held his own and then some. He's obviously a little bit undersized compared to some of these other guys. He may even be undersized a lot of the times that he's playing the DNs, but I thought he did an outstanding job, and I cannot wait to see him possibly be a Quentin Nelson type where he's a 3-year starter type deal. Keith Hale, hey guys, how you doing, Keith? And I saw Julie Ladd here a minute ago. How you doing, Julie? Michael Schaefer said Snead looked great. Brett Boyson said Buckner TD. I'll take a Buckner catch, man. Yeah. I know Buckner left to go to Alabama, but we still love Tyler Buckner. He's just a great kid, great family. We were watching him when we still lived in Southern California. We watched him play as a high school athlete, lacrosse and football. Just a very talented kid that's just had some tough breaks. And so I hope nothing but the best for him. He's come back, and from all accounts, he's not only is he out there on the scout team and things of that nature, but he's also helping bring in the signs for the quarterbacks. He's helping, throw balls to receivers. And I mean, a guy like Buckner, you got to root for, man. I understand he left, but it is what it is. Wayne Smith, get Napsty, exactly. So we dropped a little shirt we're going to be putting out there for Anthony Knapp. It's called Get Napsty, Napster. Let's go Irish, big offense day, said Ace Dillard. Yeah, it's hoping for that too. Rob Carbone, perfect get-right game. NIU's running back is legit. Good enough team to keep focused, yet open up the offense a bit. Let's go, boys. Home is where the heart is. Go Irish. Marty Gushner said, what's up, guys? How you doing, Marty? Gary Kennedy, did you see him calling in plays last week? Yeah, he was running in the plays for the offense quite often, which I loved. Emerson Pickey and Hendricks. Boom. What's up, Emerson? Hope you're doing well, brother. You're on our mind, bud. Keep your head up and let's roll. Who's in South Bend? We're still waiting on our guest who's on the ground there, and I'm not sure where he's at, but if he joins us, we'll bring him on immediately. Because if you've never been to South Bend for a game, it's like nothing can describe it. The energy, the friendliness, the camaraderie. I mean, it's funny. You go to away games in some environments. It's just like, oh, get your FNA out of here and this and that. At Notre Dame, everybody says welcome to Notre Dame. The ushers, the staff, the fans, everybody. It's amazing. So it's just, you got to get there. If you've never been to a game, it's very achievable nowadays, in my opinion. I mean, A lot of people are like, oh, it's so expensive. Well, yeah, of course, it's expensive to fly and get an Airbnb. But if you can get there, take a drive, whatever, you can buy tickets day of for very, very cheap, especially for a game like this or, a Miami of Ohio or some of these others. You can get games pretty cheap. Let's see. Marty said 10 minutes from campus. That's not a bad deal. Trevor Grizz, my guy, 4-star Ben Nichols is on the sideline today. Had a big game yesterday. Hey, Trev, we got to sign that dude, man. I've been watching a lot of film on him, and I think he's legit. So let's get him signed and get him on the show. No place in the world like Notre Dame, says Ace Dill. That's exactly right. It's just it's undescribable. As Lou says, if you don't understand Notre Dame, no explanation will suffice. If you know Notre Dame, no explanation will needed. I'm so dumb. Sorry, it's early. I'm working on him. I like our chances. That's what Trev said about Mr. Ben Nichols, who is a big 4-star offensive lineman visiting again today. Big dude, big recruit. I'd love to get him as part of this offensive line. So what else? So anybody on the ground there, let us know. We'll bring you on the show. We'd love to hear how the energy is, how tailgate's looking. I know our boys over at the Legion of the Leprechaun at Whitefield have a big old tailgate going on as always. Chad Mitchin there, the director, owner, all that of Legion, has a ambulance that he's turning into like a tailgate mobile with Legion stickers and all kinds of stuff. It's looking sweet. I'm looking for the pictures. He hasn't sent them yet, but I'm looking for them. So shout out to everybody out at White Park or Whitefield with the Legion tailgate. See, Brett said Michigan down by 21. Love it. South Bend is unlike anywhere. That's from Brett. Ace Dillard, do you think we see some backup QBs today? Yeah, I do. Hopefully, exactly. My wife is leaving to go take my daughter somewhere right now, and she's going to come back. And she worries about the dogs because we go absolutely insane for every game. So we're hoping that by halftime, the dogs will be safe and she can leave them alone with us. So we'll be chilling, but we'll see. things have happened, but we won't go there. 2-year anniversary of the Marshall game today. Just saying. Anyways, Matthew Rose says, "What's up, boys? What's up, Matt?"
Tyler Buckner isn't our starting quarterback today. That's the difference.
Ouch.
As much as I love Tyler.
Ouch.
Tommy Reese isn't also a coordinator at Notre Dame.
Emerson Pickens said, "Met Jaden Harrison before I moved. Excited to see him get a big role in the offense." I think Jaden's going to be one of those guys that's going to be almost primarily and exclusively a kick return guy, and that's fine. I think he was a preseason All-American kick returner, so
that'll probably be him today with Faison out.
Could be, yeah. Trevor Griswold, Trev says, "My prediction: Chris Mitchell, 100+ yards and 2 TDs." I could see Chris Mitchell having a good game, but guys, Bo Collins, man, Bo knows that dude he's the truth, man. That catch that he had against the corner when he got up and shoved him, he took a lot of heat for that, which I find hilarious because a lot of people are like, "Oh, Notre Dame doesn't show any emotion. They don't have any, tough guys." Blah blah blah. Well, then Bo Collins gets up and his excitement and exuberance shoves the corner. Doesn't get a flag, thank God. How can you blame a kid that just got his first catch in a Notre Dame uniform that happened to be a game-changing catch? Give him a break. It's football. Exactly. I'd push the dude too.
Exactly. It's a huge catch.
Oh, hey, there she is. There's our girl, Kathleen Duvall. Hey, guys, running around like a chicken with my head cut off, but wanted to say hello. Thanks, Kathleen. Are you let us know. Are you selling programs today? Nick Trees, keep up the great work. Go Irish. Thanks, Nick. You too. If you're looking for programs, our guy Dan Santana is selling over at the Purcell, so you can find him. You got to get a program in Notre Dame game. They're awesome. They do a really good job on those things. I know there was some talk a while back that they weren't going to do the programs because it'd be digital. Can't do that, man. Can't do that. Anybody go to the bookstore this weekend so far? They got anything cool that you can only get in the bookstore? Let us know. We'll pump that up too. Still waiting on our guest. I don't know if he's going to jump on. It's going to be Sex. I think it's his first ever game. I'm going to question here again. Where are you at, big dog? Let's see. Kathleen said yes, sir, on the program. So go find Kathleen Duvall to buy some tickets to, and her husband, Jason. Awesome people. Okay, Chris Mitchell. We heard Chris Mitchell. We heard Bo Collins. Let's talk about Riley Leonard's stat line. I think I would like to see him out of the game, but as far as like we're up by enough by the end of the half, and then give Peanut Butter and Jelly Time some time. But I'd really like to see our guys CJ Carr and Kenny Minchie. But anyways, with Riley Leonard, I think you're going to see they'll probably test that secondary right off the bat a little bit and kind of get Riley Leonard to open things up a little bit. But again, he's a design run kind of player too, so he has that dual threat capability. So I'm going to I put out a prediction earlier that I think Riley goes for over 250 in the air and over 50 on the ground. So I would love to see that. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm
going to go the safe route and say 300 total yards for Riley.
I like that. Emerson Pickens said, "What are Nate's thoughts on Notre Dame's O-line? Looked rough to start the last game and got better late. Curious your thoughts."
I think it's going to pick up. I think, that was our first official game together as a unit. And I think you saw in that second half, they kind of took over. It's just some great blocking all around. That's pretty much what sealed the game. The blocking sealed the game. As a former O-lineman, it was beautiful. Yeah.
It was pretty cool seeing Sam Pendleton, who is a friend of the show. He's been on the show before. Great family. Shout out to April, his mom, and obviously Sam. The whole family's just great people. But when his gift that he did where he said, "Come on." That was really cool, man. Sam seems like a very reserved kind of dude, very respectful. But I think, again, 103,000 people yelling for you to lose, and you go out there and you dominate.
Well,
so
I think Freeman set the tone, like with that video that we posted.
I was just going to say that.
Set the tone. He set the tone for the whole night. I've seriously never seen a swagger of Notre Dame like that, ever.
Dude, yeah, no, Freeman, everybody wants to play for Freeman. We shared that video, and it's gone bonkers. But there's been players from other teams that have shared that and said, "I want to play for this guy." And, some guys saying that's the kind of head coach I want and all that kind of stuff. That speaks volumes, guys. That's setting the tone as the lead guy. If you're a CEO of a company and you get your team fired up like that, they're going to have that same kind of energy. Vice versa, you see some coaches that kind of come out and they got their head down. They're kind of, the body language says everything. And Freeman's body language, Freeman's excitement level for games is unmatched. And you're going to start again to see that pay dividends. A couple catch up here on the chat a little bit. Ken Murphy, I'm here. What's up, Ken? The true number 55, the fantasy camp legend, Ken Murphy. Fred Benson, this is a cool comment right here, guys. This makes my heart happy. Fred Benson says, I've been following DL right from the start, and his DL has grown. So did Nathan. Keep it up. Go Irish. Fred, thanks, man. That's an awesome comment. We've been working really hard, kind of just a grassroots type deal. But we love doing this, man. And whatever comes of this, we're grateful. We're blessed. And it's exciting to have and meet so many great people because of the show. Rob Carbone, Price is Right today, baby. Brett Boyson, first and only game I go to was USAF versus Notre Dame in 96. Coach Holtz was still coach. We lost with the pregame and band playing, and the player walking by, awesome. Bookstore was amazing. Yeah. The player walk is one of my favorite traditions, period. It's just great. Hey, dude, I haven't heard from this guy in a while. Actually, let's go back to Michael Schaefer said, met one of the redshirted freshman wide receivers, Logan Saldate. Great kid. Can't wait to see him hit the field. Yeah, he's a Northern California kid. If you haven't heard our interview with him, it's worth a listen. Really, really good and respectful kid. Puts God first. Strong family base. Very good athlete. Probably won't play this year unless, God forbid, something devastating happens. But he is going to be a special player for the Irish. You heard it here first. Logan Saldate. Remember the name. Our good buddy Brian Ginzer. Haven't heard from him in a long time. I need a shout out from ICU in Indy. Got a new liver. Hoping to watch the game. I'm getting moved to rehab at 3. Love your father-son combo. I've watched him grow so much. Damn, Brian, we didn't know that, man. Well, God bless. Prayers on the way. Brian Ginzer, awesome dude. One of my favorite guys out in South Bend. I'm sorry to hear that you're going through that, but hopefully you'll be rehabbed and back out there in no time, bud. We love you. Brian Campbell, you mean like Brian Jelly Kelly? Nobody wants to play for him. Yeah. Emerson Picking, slightly off topic, but anybody else watching this Wolverine beatdown right now? We had it on right now. We have it on the Bowling Green Penn State game where Penn State's only got a 3-point lead at home against Bowling Green. So there's that. Kevin Kahn, go Irish from your friends in the Carolinas. What's up, Kevin? How you and James doing, man? We miss you guys. Hope to see you this year sometime. Brett Boyson, SC here. I'm assuming that's South Carolina. Ace Dillard, SC here too. I keep the Irish flag flying right outside of Clemson. Oh, heck yeah. Patrick McCormick says, prayers, brother, go Irish. That's to Brian Ginzer and his liver transplant. Ace Dillard on Lake Murray. Where's Lake Murray at? I'm not – oh, South Carolina, duh. Let's talk a little bit more, too, about the whole young guys coming up. I mean, Logan Saldate, who we had on, we still haven't seen anything of Sean Sevillano, the big defensive tackle, the big bear for the Irish on the D-line. I'd love to see him get some reps today, too. I don't think they redshirted him, but I could be wrong. Logan definitely redshirted. I don't think he made the trip last week, but he'll probably be on the sidelines, I would assume, in uniform today. I don't think we have any injury concerns other than Faison, who's out for, I think, 2 to 3 weeks. I say you rest him this week and possibly even next week against Purdue, and then have him back and ready to rock and roll for Louisville. Yeah. So I think we're going to get ready to wrap it up since our guest was not able to jump on. Let's see. Actually, we got a shout out from Tom Hendricks, the grandfather, the chief. He says he's watching you guys now, looking good, like your comment about Freeman. So that's from the oldest human on the planet, probably watching this show. Chief. See, are you guys making it to Indy this year? Yeah. So we have some pretty cool, hopefully, God willing, things planned this year. Definitely, we already got our tickets and flight.
Yeah, soon enough.
Yeah, whatever. Semantics.
We'll get there.
Oh, no, we have our tickets and our Airbnb handled for the Stanford game. So we'll be at the Notre Dame Stanford game. It's always fun to watch the trees get cut down. And then we're waiting on flight for that. And then we're really excited about this one. So we have something that we're going to be talking about here soon, probably on the next show. Oh, our guest is here. One sec. Perfect. We'll get you on just a minute, Brandon. We got somebody we're going to be doing some really fun stuff with, getting a guy to his first ever Notre Dame game. And so we'll have some news on that. But anyways, with that, we're going to be taking a road trip, our first ever road trip that far. We've been planning it since that thing that happened in 2020 and we weren't able to do it. But we're going to be taking a trip driving from Goodyear, Arizona to South Bend for the game against Virginia. And then from there, driving over to New York City for the Shamrock Series. And then a couple of days later, flying back and then getting ready to have some Thanksgiving dinner. And then immediately after drive 9 hours to Los Angeles for the Notre Dame SC game, which is always tradition. So with that, we're going to bring our boy Brandon Lastly on. We're going to let him come on the show here, have a little conversation. Let's make sure he's unmuted. All right, Brandon, you're on, big dog. How you doing? Take your phone off mute.
Live here at the Notre Dame game. Dallas Leprechauns, Jason Hendricks, man. Glad to be a part of the show, man. Let me tell you, the pageantry up here at Notre Dame has been ridiculous. Man, me and my brother, man, and man, we done had a blast. But, let's talk brass tacks, man. Today, I'm predicting the score to be 54-10. Our Notre Dame is going to get out on Northern Illinois. The defense is going to bring their A game. And, hey, Riley Leonard is going to open up the gates and let it flow today.
Hey, Brandon, is this your first ever game in South Bend?
Yes.
Did you get to do the player walk? Did you go to do the player walk?
Yeah, I got to see the players walk through and the band, and man, it was just fun to see.
So how's the energy of the team? Do they all seem pretty fired up, or what's the vibe like?
Today, everybody's fired up. You can tell the stadium is getting packed, and this is a sold out game. So, man, we're gonna bring our best today.
And fans are pretty fired up too.
Yes, and I see Riley. It looks like Leonard Riley's out here on the field.
You said Riley Leonard's out there on the field?
Yeah.
Can you switch? Can you turn your phone around real quick so we can see the field?
Let's see. Hold on.
No, just you.
Can you see?
No, that's okay though. We'll get some other footage. It's all good. So, Brandon, before we let you go, man, I want you to tell the folks, tell them about your MMA announcing, man. Tell them what you do.
All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, people that don't know me, I'm Brandon Lashley, ring announcer. I announce mixed martial arts, bare knuckle, and boxing. I travel the world. I'm pretty good at what I do. I could announce anybody. Like, I could make your name a star, and it'd be like, and now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to South Bend, Indiana, and here come the Irish. Something like that. So yeah,
not bad.
I'm pretty good at everything. So,
all right, man. So your official prediction is 54-10 Notre Dame. We're gonna hold you to that. So I want you to go out, enjoy the game, man. Live it up, get loud, get crazy, and bring us a win, Brandon.
Yes, sir. I will, man. Let's go Irish.
All right, buddy. Go Irish. Talk to you later. All right, little tease there. Little Brandon Lashley inside the stadium. Great dude. Yeah, he's done some high-level announcing for MMA. Incredible voice for MMA. You probably couldn't hear him too great, but it's all good. He was there. It was cool.
Notre Dame Internet.
Yeah, Notre Dame Internet. Not great. And also the phone battery destroyer of the world. Let's see. Roger Wetherall said, "Ciao, guys. We love the Irish here in Southern Italy." That's freaking awesome. How many? I bet there's not a lot of Irish fans out in Southern Italy, so that's really cool. We got to get you a shirt or something out there. The player walk is so cool. You can get there early and take down a lawn chair and find a great spot. Yeah, the player walk is great, especially now that they've done like what's the song? Paint the Town Green, and here the boys are back from Dropkick Murphys as they walk down. It's just an awesome experience. Kathleen said, "Hoping to see you." And Lisa, yeah, we'll definitely be out there for the, like I said, for the Stanford game and God willing for Virginia. And then, of course, out to New York. I saw Kevin Kahn said some silly comment about our Halos. By the way, Nico Cavadas, Halo, you guys should all be fans now. Pretty sure he said something silly, but that's all right. Listening to the trumpets and drumline was amazing. Hey, did anybody go to trumpets yesterday? If so, was it under the dome again, or was it still in front of the dome?
Don't believe it was. It said trumpets around or at the dome. At the dome.
That drives me nuts, man.
I personally like it. Sorry, hot take. I don't care.
It's cool. It's always cool. Like, it's trumpets. It's freaking amazing. But I don't know, man. Something about seeing it under the dome and just the feeling you get. But whatevs. Let's see. Ken Murphy said, "I'm already a star." At what? Just kidding, Ken. We love you. Gary Kennedy, go Irish. That was fun. Brett Boyson said, "You all do this every week." Yep. Every Saturday before the game, we do kind of a little pregame primer. Nothing real structured. Just, hey, look out for these guys on the other team. Hey, we had fun last week whooping so-and-so. Try to get some comments from the audience. And then after the game, literally within 2-3 minutes after the game is over, we do a live, just kind of a raw, here's what happened, blah, blah, blah. And then typically on Tuesdays, our affiliate podcast under our Dos Leprechauns umbrella, Fighting Irish Faithful on Twitter does a great job kind of breaking down more of the X's and O's and He brings out spreadsheets, literally brings out spreadsheets about the game. It's freaking awesome. Nothing better than Under the Dome, exactly. Brett, yeah, usually about an hour before the game is when we'll try to jump on. When there are early games like Purdue next week, it's a little tougher just because for us it'll be probably like 9:30, maybe even 9 a.m. for that game. So it may be a very short, like half-hour show, but we always try to do our best. You may even see the Prez on your way out. The president? Out of what? I'm confused, Gary. Explain yourself. I need to go back to that. See, still love the
love show.
Oh, love the live show after the game. You guys are doing great. Love the hat too. Thanks, man. Yeah. So this hat right here, I got this hat in 2015. It was Nate's first ever game in Notre Dame. We played Rice. I got this hat for him, and it was so big on his little tiny head at the time, which clearly that's changed, that I took it over. And like a dum-dum, I got this signed. I thought it would be a great idea to get the hat signed. And I got like Chris Brown, Alize Mack, Justin Brent, I think Torrey Hunter Jr., Corey Robinson, all kinds of guys from that team on there.
I think Jalen's on there too.
Maybe. And it got super faded to where you can't even see the autographs now. But the hat is super comfy, and it's like probably my favorite. I don't want to say favorite. It's one of my favorite Notre Dame hats. My favorite Notre Dame hat is my 1988 championship hat that's falling apart that I got in 1988 no, it was 1989. My grandpa bought it for me in January of 1989 when we won the Natty. I will never, ever get rid of that hat. Jeremy Lobenthal, Lobie! I just want to throw a quick jab. Raiders over the Chargers tomorrow. Come on, Lobie.
That's a hot take.
That's a hot take. That's a freezing cold take. You know what? We're going to put this on freezing cold takes. We're going to expose you tomorrow when the Bolts, the Notre Dame West with the likes of Cam Hart, Alohi Gilman, Joe Alt. Dude, hey, Chargers win by 10 or more. You heard it here, probably like third. But yeah, you're insane.
Chargers win the division.
This is a great comment. Let's see. Brian Campbell said, love the Ishmael jersey. You have my all-time favorite Irish. Same here, Brian. So I've been very blessed. We've been very blessed to meet a lot of players and talk to a lot of players, have them on the show, become friends with a few of them. The two guys that I have yet to meet from Notre Dame lore. One, Marcus Freeman, what's going on here? Come on, Coach. I need to shake your hand. Give you a giant hug. And then the other one is Rocket Ishmael, my favorite player, probably my favorite athlete of all time, aside from Pat Tillman. And I have yet to meet the guy. I've been at games where he's been at, and I missed him by like 5 minutes. I didn't get to go to fantasy camp the year he was there. I got to meet Rock. If anybody knows Rocket Ishmael, man, when we drive for our road trip, can we meet at like a donut shop or something? Anywhere, something. I got to meet Rocket Ishmael. This comment right here, I'm leaving this forever, Kevin. This is frigging a legendary comment. Justin Brent, a legend if you know. Fred Benson, bolts up and go Irish. Alt's going to be responsible for a big day for Herbert.
Yes, sir.
You said you were worried about Alt.
No, I love Joe Alt.
Oh, here we go.
I'm worried. I'm concerned about the matchup because Max Crosby is an animal. But the Jim Harbaugh era starts tomorrow in LA. Let's go, bolt up, win the division. Who are the Kansas City Chiefs? Chargers by 15.
We're getting off topic here, but yeah, Fred, absolutely bolt up. Obviously, bolt up comes second, but still go Irish. But it's awesome that we have so many Irish players on that team and contributing Irish players. Starting safety, starting left tackle, or right tackle.
Right tackle.
Same
Move
thing.
to right.
And then hopefully a rotation corner in Cam Hart. See, Jeremy Lobenthal, Minshew Mania taking over San Diego. Let me tell you something, brother. Bro, we don't need – I know you got to be joking, right? You know they're in L.A. now. But anyways, no. Gardner Minshew, you're excited about that as your starting quarterback? Get out of here, bro.
Who's he?
Whoa, Brian Campbell, breaking news. Ishmael's about 1.5 from where I'm at. Is that 1.5 miles or 1.5 hours? Regardless, if you ever see that he's like signing somewhere or something, let me know. I'm not even kidding. I'll freaking drive out at this point. I got to meet the dude. He's literally responsible for like every highlight that I still have in my brain from football when I was younger. Raiders D is going to be nasty. Max Crosby is going to be nasty, and that's about it. Yeah. Kathy Gutierrez Barasa, love the Rocket, one of my all-time favorite players. Amen. Chargers going to destroy Pittsburgh in 3 weeks. Yeah, that's going. I think we're going to have a good game there. 4-0. Brian Campbell, hours. Okay, well, still same thing, man. Brian Campbell, if you hear he's got something going on, let us know. Let's see. Still pissed off at the BS clip that's still in out. I love you guys. I love you, Brian, but I can't even talk about that moment because I will that moment in the bush push and the illegal pick play supposedly against Florida State. I can't even register that. Pat McMillan said Minchie. Yeah, I think we could see Kenny Minchie today. I'd like to see Kenny Minchie today.
He had a really good camp.
Yeah, no, dude, Minchie's a stud, man. Yeah. There's a reason that they went hard after him. Let's see. Brett Boyce and Drew Tranquil looked great again. Yes, sir. Sure did. Yeah, Nate's not going to comment on that because we're still a little bitter that he left our Bolts. Let's see. We missed a couple here. Probably a couple irrelevant comments about the Raiders from Lobie. What else we got? Thanks. I think we got everybody here. Okay, so did you ever? Oh, yeah. Wayne Smith, one of our other contributors on YouTube, just said, "Did you ever see Lynch's rocket pick?" Yeah, he shows it to me every time. In fact, I bet I'll have a text waiting for me the second that we're off this call. Jeremy Lobie again. Let's talk about last time we were on campus together and you were taking shots off a Leprechaun. Okay, it was an ice sculpture, and yeah, I was. That was one of the most. What would you call it? Yeah. So interesting quick story, and then we're jumping off. We were at the Notre Dame Boston College game senior day a few years ago. Yeah.
It's Georgia Tech.
And we're sitting there, and we had a couple beverages, feeling pretty good. It was the most freezing temperature I've ever been in, and I felt cold. Yeah, you had 8 layers. I had 2.
So did you. He had 8 layers on too.
Anyways, we're sitting there tailgating, and all of a sudden this guy comes by with a giant, huge block of ice on a trailer. Next thing you know, he's like carving out a leprechaun out of this ice, and we're taking shots off the leprechaun. It was incredible. Yep, Gary's got picks. It was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, we've gone way off the rails here. Game starts in just under an hour. One last thing I want to say is NBC better not screw up the opening to the game. Last year for the home games, we didn't get to see or hear the Here Come the Irish, followed immediately by Shipping Up to Boston. For the love of all that is holy, please let us hear that because that gets me more charged up than just about anything. And I don't want to only be able to hear it when I'm in the stadium live. So
bring back Tirico.
Hope to see you guys on the 28th. Absolutely. We'll see you there. You guys have a great day, great game day, great home game day. If you're on campus right now, live it up, get loud. Let's make it a hostile environment for everybody that comes into town. We're looking good, man. This is a good time to be an Irish fan. We love you guys all. Thank you for your support. Go Irish. We'll see you next week and after the game.